Morning, guys. Alright, so a couple guys we have from yesterday to make some decisions about. The first of these is our new mega tank. These should be fairly simple decisions. Melee defense, stamina. We gotta start an HP, unfortunately. Need to take a 3 roll here. But I think we need to get it going. We need to be about 70 HP, which means we need a lot of level ups in that. So that's easily done. Second perk. Don't know. Don't know about that second perk. I think we might hold it for now. Slightly more challenging decision. What the hell are we gonna do with Chobo Chobo? Part of me wants to play around with okay. Part of me wants to play around with the duelist here. Haven't built a duelist yet. I understand that nimble is very, very much advantaged by being strong. We don't necessarily have to run nimble. I'm not sure that nimble makes a duelist. I don't even really mean a duelist, I mean a dodge-based defense strat. I mean, this character's melee defense is a little bit low, and it's not going to grow particularly quickly. Hello, Niconom. Hey, Kate. Hey, Kex. So I'm not entirely sure what we want to do with this. Like this, the base starting values and low growth. I mean, dodge feels like it could be amazing there. He is triple initiative starred too. I mean, to be fair, right now he's got 17 fucking initiative. You like my hybrid backline builds? Thanks. I'm actually not using them this playthrough, but mostly because I got very disappointed with how they performed in the late game, particularly versus orcs. They're really good versus everything except orcs, and then they're terrible versus orcs. It's interesting, Kex. What did he do about fucking stamina? Just no stamina? Hello, Dragon. I kind of want to play around with the dodge perk. It feels interesting to me in the late game. And that is a lot of stats you can pick up. 15% of the current initiative. I mean, I guess I need a baseline for what the hell does that mean? Like if I were to drop, I can look at Kate as kind of an example. And if I were to pull this, pull that. This is my lightest armor. Let's not think about the fact this is a ridiculously heavy axe. Let's just put in like a, not even quite care, like an arming sword or something, right? We're talking 70 unleveled initiative. 15% of 70 is like 10. She has base 102 stam. 102 initiative, rather. And even in that gear, loses a third of it. We'd absolutely want Brawny. And I think I would want dodge on that. If I'm going to do something with initiative. What type of weapon are we putting on this then if we do that? I mean, the only downside is we've already placed 3 levels into stats that were not initiative. So what are we doing, Kex, with this duelist? What does the duelist do that these others, or these Nimbus high initiative do that others don't? High initiative archers make sense to me, but high initiative range characters don't really make a lot of sense, or melee characters don't really make a lot of sense to me. What am I doing with them? I don't know what the legendary command is right now, but it's not legendaries. I don't need high INI DPS, particularly. I need a reason for wanting something like that. I mean, high INI would be good with shields. Because with shields and quick hands, you can consistently get that swap off. That's something that stands out for initiative for me. I think the only skill that directly interacts with initiative is dodge, right? Overwhelm interacts with initiative. Mora, please. You got old. We didn't so much feed you to an orc as we allowed your natural lifespan to reach its climax. Culmination of your existence thus far was met in the 1v1 battle with the dagger versus the orc. In your youth, you would have easily accomplished that task. We feel that both you and the orc were better people at the end of that. I mean, basically, Kex, you gotta ask, is overwhelm plus dodge enough for leveling an entire stat that otherwise we could ignore? Best way to find out if we can fit a dodge duelist is to try it. No, it isn't. Best way to decide if we can fit a dodge duelist is to build the build on paper, look at it, see if it makes sense from a thematic point of view, and then test it in play. If it makes you feel any better, Mora, you're back on the list. I'm pretty sure you would purchased a rebuy anyways. Not that I wrote it now, I wrote it yesterday when I put you back on the list, but I put you at the bottom of the list. Is the early game particularly hard, or are you just bad as hell at the game? Probably both. The early game is definitely... I actually don't think the early game is hard. The early game is a little RNG heavy. You should expect to lose characters in the early game. It's It's not a negative impulse to you, but especially if you're just starting the game, you're gonna lose early. You're gonna lose early game characters. So what the fuck am I doing with this duelist then? Like, why do I care about him? Okay, I get dodge. So be it. I get dodge. What do I lose to give up? What do I get? What do I give up to take dodge? Another defensive perk, like anticipation or shield spec. Hey, Lukaba. Yeah, we found them. We know where they are. So now we gotta accomplish the items for them. Alright, I'm willing to try this. I'm not satisfied with the resolve level on this character. So it would be something like this. And we're missing HP as well. But I think this was a 2 HP roll. Something like that. If I focus on particular weapons early on, Mason flails seem to lackluster. Flails are incredible early game. And actually, the only time I'd use maces are early game. I would stay away from axes. Spears are good for people who have very, very low accuracy in the early game. And swords are okay for people with kind of medium to low accuracy in the early game as well. Everyone starts bad at every game they play. Good Samaritan, I wouldn't be too worried about it. Sarmatian, maybe. Sarmatian? I want to call you Samaritan with that. I don't think that's how you spell Samaritan. Alright, let's try... Let's try some initiative. Okay. All right. I don't think I'm assigning perks in this guy until I figure that out a little bit more. We can just keep leveling them. Okay, guys. Dudes. Our dudes are doing duty things. We check this town for people. We probably have. We might not have. There's a raider here. Not super thrilled about a raider at the moment. A little bit low on money too. It'd be nice to fix that. How are we in the tavern? Northeast, in the swamps. In the swamps. You know, for the life of me, I can't give a shit in the swamps. I want to go west again. I'm thinking northwest. Oh, we gotta finish our patrol. Oh, the swamps are very... Oh, it's this thing he's talking about. Yeah. So we should pick an area of the map where we're going to head today. We cleared out this area again, mostly. I didn't see a lot in there. I think this area is where we're going to want to go. I do like the idea of getting some dodge builds, Kex, because I think... It's not. I don't want to fucking HP tank shit. I wanna use range skill and melee skill for that. But I do like the idea of dodge because dodge levels range defense and melee defense equally, which feels like it could be really goddamn important versus goblins. And goblins right now, this is what's preventing us from gearing. The fact that we don't have a very good way of dealing with these goblin cities. And we can go feed some guys to it and see if we can take these fights, maybe at some small amount of losses each fight. I would like to clear them out. I mean, this is a lot of potential gear opportunities in these. These are like ginormous orc camps, except they're full of fucking shitty, toxic goblins. And I mean, the thing is, all of our builds are very good, in my opinion, right now, but we don't have an anti-goblin build. And that's scary, because the late game is going to require us, the very late game is going to require us to go into this Goblin City over here. And that Goblin City is going to require us to be able to deal with goblins. I don't have a solution to them right now. We just eventually get worn down by them. Northwestern Tundra had Orc Camps. Up here? Did it? I don't remember finding much up there. I remember finding some weak Berserker camps in here. Alright, but either way, we could stage up through here. Make that decision. I kind of want to work on that build. I didn't have any time last night to do it. But it would have been nice to sit down and look at that. But a triple melee attack, triple initiative roll does seem pretty good for that. There's a smaller camp called Camp of 1,000 Arrows, I think, but these ones over here are the ones that are these are the largest goblin camps that aren't the boss camp, or aren't the Goblin City, and they're gonna have very good loot, hypothetically, not from the fucking goblins, but there's a 1,000 Arrow camp. All right, I think we're gonna our first foray into the unknown today. Have we scouted the bottom of this? Will probably be from here into this area here, the Wide Watch and Small River Hold in Kindon. And then we will transition from there up through here to resupply and then back up this way. We'll make some decisions about goblins along the way. We might have to fight a couple of them again just to get used to it. I want to see how much the anti-goblin trinket helps. And I want to a wiki wall. We can travel to Wick Wall now because the stupid thing's over. That's way the fuck up north. Oh. It's there. It might be an advantage to being up there. I haven't been up there in a while either. There might be camps in along this side here. There might not though. Yeah, we didn't turn in the patrol, don't we? Alright. Ah, jousting. I got excited. It was during a night transition in an event. I'm like, maybe. Alright, 500 crowns. And our Mega knocks it out of the park. It's not a bad event, but it's just not that exciting. Ooh, okay. Great Explorers. That sounds something that's very useful to us because we're going to be going exploring. There's a scrubby farmhand. Buying at 16. I'll sell them some spoons. Spoons, good sirs? Forgot to sell at the place we were just at. Didn't even look at the price. Kind of forgotten that we had killed some stuff at the end of last stream. Why do I have two fighting axes here? I know I'm using one on K. I'm probably switching off of that orc weapon and just switching back to the regular fighting axe. So I don't need two of those. I just need one. I have 3 great axes and 2 great swords. This is... Oops. This is what we call overkill. A fuck ton of orc shields too. Alright, we got a lot of overkill in our inventory. Let's clear this shit out. I wish I'd been selling this at slightly higher than 16, but... $230 helms, not that interesting. $240 helms, not all that interesting. We got a couple extra 240s and 255s. It's fine. 115 is totally not interested. 200, probably not interested. That garbage mantle, of course, not interested. Do I need quite as many of these 240s and 260s? I think we can drop 2 of the decayed scales. All right. Maybe even all of the decayed scales. We have a lot of Lamlinar. Yeah. Alright, inventory's looking alright. Noble Sword. This is a little overkill. Alright, let's go take a look at who we've got rocking bags and belts right now. Cat attack with a... Oh, Kate is supposed to have one of these in her inventory. I think I'm going to sell one of those great swords. And I don't think I'm selling the great axes, but maybe one. I don't want to give up great axes. Did I just sell a fucking 320? No, I didn't sell a 320. Scaring me. Don't do shit like that. Fine. One great axe. They don't have tools here. And their armor blows ass. Got it. First, we head north, turn in this mission. Then we're going to head south for dogs and supplies. Then we're going to head northwest. Oh, mine arrows. 400. It's a pretty healthy number of arrows. Delicious fish. Not for 123. Okay. Bread at 79 is really good right before I go out into the wild. Alright, south. I'm doing the like night to midnight camp. I feel like midnight might be something related to cultists. It feels like thematically like that's correct. Who knows if it is or isn't. Random reinforcement and all that, right? Cheap fish is excellent for what we're doing here. Okay, I'm tempted to teleport, but I do want to check on the dogs. Should have left this on the way out. Fuck, I've done that twice now. Means I lose a day off the food. Bastard's not real good for us. There are some tools here. I'm going to take them to get up to 190. Take really cheap arrows. Cheap mead. Hell yes. And cheap berries. Oh man, I should just like buy them all. 7 days. 7 days. This is 8. This is 11. Those are all going to go at once. Okay. Yeah, bounty hunters are a bitch. Alright, 3 more dogs. Or as we call them, orc bait. Do we need another noble sword right now? Don't know. I need another noble sword right now. Are they buying it at 16? Fuck it. This was one of my megas though, right? That's why I have it. Yeah, but I don't really give a shit if they have that or not. Alright, we're selling the noble sword. Inventory space. Do I need to buy the berries? Better safe than sorry. They're only 61 bucks each. Alright, let's get out of here. Going to there. Poke our head up the mountain just in case. No interesting backgrounds. Nothing interesting to buy. Buy a drink. Just looking for a patrol mission. Right. Looking for outposts. That one. Lots of Orc Young. Well, it's all levels. No longer sick, which is good. Feeling lazy. I don't really want to move guys around, but okay. Do it. What will my dodgy guy use? I don't know yet. Axes are a little bit heavy. Swords do a little bit weak on